Hello and welcome back to the Fullbase channel. Today I will show two new features. One is sorting of fields. If we have a look at the project page and the filter section and notice the order here, we see the project type is first and project name, etc, etc. If you want to have a different sorting, this can now be easily changed. We just go back to the Fullbase developer, find the controller in question, then scroll down to the details and the main card or container of the page, which is this project. And now we have a new tab here called field ordering. Go down to the correct section, in this case filter, and now we can basically, in this interim solution, just change the order of the fields. It is planned and on the to-do list to have like a more drag and drop GUI here, but for now this works really nice. So just hit save. And if we then check on the application, we can see that the ordering has been changed accordingly. And this can of course be done on all the fields. We can do that on the search and also on the details. Alright, the next feature is about the more flexible way of filtering. So let's check this person mini controller page out and we just hit search here. So here we can see all the users we have and the salary, for instance. And we can also search for salary. So let's say we hit 91 and then we can find Beatrice. And then we have this username. We can search for Adam. And then we can find Adam here. But if we search for like AD, we don't find anything. So the feature here is how to search numbers within a range and a string with contains or starts with or exact match. So first of all, on the server side within the API we have these queries. So for instance we have this get search and the input to this method is a search request. We can have a look at that. This has an identical twin basically in TypeScript that looks exactly the same. And here we have all the fields that are part of the searching. We have these string clause and int clause and we also have date clauses. And basically if we go to an int clause, we can see that it consists of three fields: exact match, more than, and less than. A string clause has exact match, contains match, and starts with match. And it is actually quite simple to change this. So let's go back to the Fullbase developer. Go to the person mini controller and we can start with the username. So here we have the filter section. We have now the screen is a bit small here. Okay. So we have this template, just an input, where we bind the value to exact match. So whatever Fullbase generates here, it's the exact match attribute that we are binding and letting our user change. So we can simply change that. We can make a copy of that and we can change that to starts with match. And then we can go to the salary and we can pick this predefined range template. So we can just say that the salary should be of template range, and here we basically bind two inputs, one to more than and the other one to less than. And unfortunately I am no bootstrap wizard, so I had a bit of a hard time to get this working, so please bear with me with a table style design that we used to do in the 90s. And now, since the backend project has been changed, we need to restart that like so. And if we now go back and reload here, person mini, now we can search for like Ada, and now we get only Adam. And we can also search for, let's say, salary more than 90 and less or equal to 100, like so. Okay, so let's check into the code that has been generated. So we can have a look at this get search for the person mini. So we get the search request object in here, generated from the Svelte application, and we basically draw up the overall the overall query, and then we add on any filters that has been added. So for instance, we have this username. So if the user has specified an exact match, then we add username equals request exact match. Same goes for this contains, the contains match, starts with match, etc. Salary, same here, exact match, more than, less than. And then at the end here, the query is fired away and returned back to the client. And on the client side, on the filter section, you can see here that the username, for instance, we now have created an input where we bind the value to the username dot starts with match. And for the salary, salary more than, salary less than. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.